All right. So just wanted to let everyone know that how's everyone doing with how's everyone feeling about the Rodgers being down and everything? How's everybody with the internet being down, not able to have access to your money or anything? Is that good? Feeling good about it? Can't wait for digital ID, eh?
Sorry.
Hilarious that the trucker convoy, they deemed them they deemed the people that donated to the trucker convoy to the GoFundMe and everything as terrorists and freeze their accounts and stuff. And then now, a few months later, Rodgers goes down. Now it seems like everybody else that was calling them terrorists don't have access to their money. It's interesting, right? So you have to actually look at that and say wow, is digital ID a good thing? Is actually Rodgers having a dominance over Canada when it comes to telecommunications a good thing? It doesn't make any sense, how our banks and financial institutions use Rodgers, dependent on Rodgers, right, for us to have access to our money. It's not a good thing, guys. So you have to really evaluate and think about, is this actually a good thing, And on the bright side, if you look at it, I think it's actually pretty good because now that people don't have access to their money, the internet's down as well and stuff. More people are gonna go outside and and actually communicate with each other, right? So I know everybody's on Rodgers and stuff. I'm on Teller, so I still have access to my phone data and everything, right? But people that are Rodgers and stuff, they have to sit there and they have to go to other people's houses and communicate with them in other ways. So it's actually kind of a good thing on that side of the coin, right? But we have to really push for not doing the digital ID thing and actually keeping cash. And actually, I think we should go further than that. We can eliminate the cash. That's what I think. Eliminate the cash and go back to bartering, right? So get more people productive. Offering something of value to get something else. To get something else for something of value for somebody else. That's the thing that's more fair than all this than actual cash, right? So I think we have to go way back to bartering days, right? So, but that's another thing. Maybe we'll get to that at some point. Other things that was in, on social media and stuff that I want to address and everything that the Toronto freedom movement has been going on for the past 2+ years. Okay. And we've had our ups and the crowds have come and go, people come and go. The crowds have been huge, they've been dipped, and it all depends on the harder the lockdown, the more people come to the protest, right? But the main thing is that we've been doing this for 2+ years. And obviously, everyone knows about the Toronto Freedom Rally, the Worldwide Freedom Rally, sorry. And that happens once every 2 months, okay? Now, the Worldwide Freedom Rally will not be happening
next
in
week
July.
I'm right fucking here.
Yeah, the Worldwide Freedom Rally will not be...
It will be here.
Well, there will be a rally here, obviously.
There will be the Worldwide Freedom Awareness Rally here.
It doesn't really matter.
Hey, screw the grifters.
It doesn't really matter about the Worldwide Freedom Rally because we do a rally here every Saturday. So it doesn't really matter. The rally is going to be here every Saturday.
It's going to be here, the Worldwide.
But the main thing is that I want to get to is that the Worldwide Freedom Rally started in 2021.
Yeah,
right?
it started way before that.
And it was big crowds, and then all of a sudden no one cared about the Toronto Freedom Rally, and on this regular Saturday it dipped. Okay, so I find it funny with the Worldwide Freedom Rally is that it happens once every 2 months.
Because they've gone away to the East Coast.
And it started a year ago.
Bullshit.
And then all of a sudden this month they're saying, oh well, we're not going to do a Worldwide Freedom Rally this month because of not many attendance. People are not many lockdowns and stuff like that.
Grifters.
People are enjoying themselves and everything. So there's not much of an attendance for them not to be bothered doing a Worldwide Rally. Okay, but
we're gonna do it without them.
The Toronto Freedom Rally has been going regardless for the past 2 years.
Down to 12.
Right, so
the biggest city in the country, we're not having a worldwide event. You gotta be kidding me.
We show up every Saturday, right? So we are the fringe of the fringe. Right, we're the fringe of the fringe. We don't stop. We don't break. Every Saturday we're here. Okay, we don't just show up because of the numbers and stuff like that. So, why I'm here. Doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be 1,000 people, it doesn't have to be 10,000 people. I'm here for you guys. As long as you show up here, I'm here. Okay? And one thing, and again, since we're doing this for every Saturday, what we have to do is that we have to bring the communities together. We have to get everyone to step up. I addressed this before, and I'm going to address it again. We have to start stepping up. Now I know over online over the past past week or so, people have been complaining about too much God talk or too many Christians at the Toronto Freedom Rally and everything. And the problem I have is that there are a lot of people that are complaining online, okay, about the God talk and stuff. One thing that the Christians keep showing up. Yeah. I don't book the Christians here. They show up, okay. So I'm not going to sit there and deny people speaking, whether they're Christian or anything. I'm not going to deny them from speaking if they show up and actually present themselves. I've asked other people, do you have something to talk about? People are like, oh no, I don't have my speech ready yet. I can't talk or whatever like that. But then they go home online and they're complaining about there's too many Christians at the protest. We're losing focus. And it's like, well, if you guys have topics, right, to address, right, then bring those topics here to Queen's Park. It's open mic pretty much. I'm not going to deny you from speaking, right? But the main thing, we have to be proactive. I don't like people bringing suggestions. It's like, okay, they send me this wall of text about what people we should be having speaking here and everything, right? And it's like, well, you do that, Omari, right? I'm going to show up on Saturday, and if you don't do it, I'm not going to come back. I'm just like, well, 2 years protesting at Toronto Freedom Rally and stuff. If you don't come back, I don't care. There's people going to be coming here every Saturday anyways, right? So the main thing I want to encourage is that people have to be proactive. If you have the topics, right, don't complain about Christians taking over, because if you're complaining that Christians are taking over the Queen's Park, it's because you're letting them take over, because you're not bringing anything to the table other than your complaints, right? And that's the common denominator that we've had a problem with at Queen's Park for the past 2 years. There's always something to complain about, right? We all have a master's degree in negativity, right? We can complain all. It doesn't take much to complain. It's an instinct, right? So what is it? If you have too many politicians, people complain. If we have different organizations here, people complain about that.
Too many.
Right? Oh, we have too many Christians here, people complain about that. And so you see the pattern here? It's always complain, right? So what? Drive the Christians out? Then what are we going to complain about next? Right? It'll be something else. They'll probably call me controlled opposition and stuff, because you got to complain about something, right? So if you want more numbers at Queen's Park, you want to contribute to Queen's Park and stuff, be proactive. If you know there's a problem or there's something missing or there's a void to be filled, right? Then fill it. Be active. Fill the void. Right? Get the speakers, get the people that know about COVID or vaccines and stuff. Well, what I find the problem is that a lot of people, they have this information, right? They have this information, they feel like it's going to save the world. But then they're sitting at home waiting to be invited to Queen's Park. They're at home wondering, why am I not being invited to Queen's Park? Why doesn't Iowa that? Why doesn't anyone ask me to come to Queen's Park and speak? I'm like, well, we're here every Saturday. Just come and ask and speak, right? You don't need to be invited. Right, so just get here and speak. Okay, so again, my final say on that is please stop complaining, be proactive, okay, and bring the discussions and other topics to Queen's Park and speak, okay, to get our focus on what's important in the movement. Okay, no more complaining. Okay, complain, solution. That's it. Quick. Okay. And now, my other topic I just want to be quick about that. We're going to be trying to be more organized when it comes to the actual marches, okay? Because I find that when we go on the march and stuff, we're kind of all over the place. We're just saying random stuff, and also there's people complaining about oh yeah, there may be some people on the march shouting out homophobic slurs to people on the streets and stuff like that. Not cool. If anyone's here thinking about doing that, that's not cool, okay? Please don't do that. Now, unfortunately, when we're on the streets and stuff, right, we can't really tell people to not. You can tell people not to do it, but if they still do it, then what are you going to do? You're not going to, you can't beat them up, or you can't just drag them off the street and tell them not to say that, right? Free speech, right? So all you can do is suggest them to not do it, right? But what we should be doing is that to avoid that, what we should be doing is that when we're marching, we know the march route, and we're marching into high traffic areas, foot traffic areas,
we should have we should have like a one unified chant, right, to get people to stay at the same time, to get people's attention, right? Because we're a walking advertising for Queen's Park. So again, if people are coming to Queen's Park, we want more people to come to Queen's Park. We can't be going on the street, walking, yelling about abortions and stuff and everything. Like, you're not going to convince someone to come to Queen's Park on an abortion issue. You need to have a sit down with that person, right? You're not having a sit down with anybody marching on the street for 30 seconds, passing people, right? So if you want, if there's a unified chant or topic, what we should be doing is yelling that, chanting that in high traffic areas, and we know where the high traffic areas are, like, you know, like Young in College or whatnot. Like, if you know that we're going that direction, then we should be all like, you know, we should all be unified and actually focused, and that would also reduce the amount of people just randomly talking, you know, making like homophobic slurs or insulting people or getting into fights, because we're focused. We need to be focused and stuff, right? We need to take a little bit of focus, a little bit of organization from those paid George Soros liberal protests and everything. I know they're fake protests, but one thing they got down, they're organized. They got the signs, they got the chants, and they're like organized like a freaking like a machine, right? Well, we're a freedom movement. We're kind of like all over the place. Like, no, can you just chant that and stop saying? No, man, it's a freedom movement. I don't have to say what you want. You aren't gonna tell me what to do. Whatever, shut up. I'm like, okay. So we have to be like a little bit more organized and stuff, okay? So we're going to be working on that. It's a work in progress. So we're going to be working on that as the marches go, you know, every Saturday as the marches go. So we're going to start small, high traffic areas, right? Unified chants, and then after that we'll focus more on being more unified as the weekends go by every Saturday. Okay, so that's it for me. Thank you guys for being here and everything, and listening to me and stuff and everything, and like, you know, by the way, that, yeah, anyone can help out. If you give me donations and stuff, I really appreciate it. Help me out with my equipment and stuff, for the rental fees and stuff and everything. But yeah, but thank you guys for coming. I don't really have an actual like lineup list. I'm not really down with that, right? But if anyone else wants to speak after me, please take the mic from me. Okay? So thank you guys for coming. Freedom! Woo! All right, we have our